Let's take a moment to review. When recommending action, what we're really doing is recommending what capability gaps should be filled and how we should go about filling them in order to get to that desired future state that we've identified. We should analyze, assess, and rank the different courses of action that might be possible, taking these different alternatives and figuring out which one best fits our objectives and our business's philosophies and needs. We should also develop high-level objectives and a roadmap for progress so that we know the general path that should be followed and can help the project chartering process be more successful if key stakeholders choose to take action based on our recommendations. When weighing the feasibility of different options, we can often benefit from comparing these options on a one-on-one basis. This can be helpful in ranking possibilities because it allows us to look at each one in a vacuum compared to each other potential option and then rank them in a more objective fashion that might be possible if we're looking at 5 or 6 alternatives all at the same time. Weight ranking can then often be used to prioritize attributes that are being compared. So we can have a system in place for weighing metrics such as technical feasibility and cost effectiveness and timeliness, and then we can rank these by comparing options one-on-one and then applying scores to each one. By doing so, we can then determine an objective ranking for each of our different alternatives based on a sound process. Operational feasibility, technical feasibility, and cost effectiveness are among the areas that can be considered in this analysis, but the exact weight or focus that they're given, and any additional factors that you might add in, can vary based on the type of project or organization we're talking about. There are different ways to project value of the project in particular, which is important in making the business case. A payback period is the amount of time until a project investment is paid back in whole from the benefit of the action we'd seek to take. Longer payback periods indicate higher risk, so those with lower ones are typically desired. Return on investment is the projected net benefit from our initial investment, typically expressed in a percentage format. However, ROI does not include any ongoing costs that we might see related to the project, and therefore doesn't always provide a clear measure in more complex cases. Internal rate of return can be helpful here, because it's an estimated annual yield of the project's investment, including both upfront and those ongoing costs. Net present value can estimate the current value of an investment given all of its expected future benefits and costs, as well as when we would see those, based on an interest rate set perhaps by the amount we're borrowing or the amount of money we could make if we applied our resources to a different project entirely. When creating a business case, we should seek to include a variety of elements, even though the details might change a bit depending on the situation and your organization's expectations. We should definitely include information on the underlying problem or opportunity that we're seeking to address, as well as an analysis of the situation as it exists today. We should include a list of possible actions that we could take, along with our recommendation out of that list of actions, and why we're recommending it. We should include a high-level roadmap for action, how we would foresee a project taking place that could help to address this problem or opportunity based on the alternative we've recommended. And we should include criteria that will help us to know as that project work begins and progresses whether or not we are actually on the pathway to solving the problem or leveraging the opportunity we're seeking to address. With that, we've reached the end of this introduction to business analysis and needs assessment. Congratulations. I hope you feel a little more informed now about what it is business analysts do, how they go about their work, and how it might apply to different types of environments. In the next course, we're going to look more deeply at how we plan business analysis, how we set up the formal structures necessary to gather all of the information from stakeholders that we can then use to develop these sort of requirements and later recommendations, allowing us to build that full, strong business case and then move forward toward taking action. I'll look forward to seeing you then, but once again, congratulations.